Ta-da! My lighting just went weird. Hi, everyone. Welcome to my channel. How do I open my videos? Hello, my lovely friends. That's my opening. I don't think I've opened any of these that way. I've just forgotten how to booktube or authortube or whatever this thing is I do. So it's been a day, not in fun ways in some places. But so I have these lovely people. We are here to do a write-in to close out the virtual writing retreat. I think we have been I don't know about you guys. I have been pretty successful in actually making some headway with the project that I'm going to be working on in November. Not so much my other project, but it's fine. I'll live with it. I don't know where my other light has gone to. I'll have to find that when we do our next break. But anyways, if you lovely people would like to introduce yourselves really fast, because I assume if you're on my channel, you know who I am. Gary, you also might know who these people are.
Probably.
But you never know when someone's joining in for the first time. So
I'm Brianna. I'm from Coffee Books and Bullet Journals. I talk about a wide range of different books, and I'm writing a contemporary fantasy for NaNoWriMo. And I'm a NaNoRebel because I'm writing last week.
So Christine is not here tonight, but she likes to say first every time. So Merritt has got her this time. Thank you, Merritt. We needed that to happen. Apparently, she only does it on my live shows.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like she does it on mine too.
Once you start the meme, you got to keep it going.
Yep.
Anyway, hello, I'm Merritt. I'm over on Fictional Not Fantasy or Merritt Worthy pretty much everywhere else on the internet. I do a lot of nerdy stuff and talk about like LARP, D&D, that kind of stuff. But I'm working on a zombie story for Nano right now. That's going to be a fun time. But my phone is currently going nuts because I accidentally screwed up a video yesterday. And I went from having like 13,000 followers yesterday to now almost at 40K.
Wow.
I don't know what to do with this.
I mean, just run with it.
Yeah, but that's on TikTok, so it's a little different, but
I think all you can do is just accept it right now and then, handle what happens as it happens. So
we're having a time, but basically I'm like, my phone is on silent because I can't even get into the app to turn off notifications. So
that's how bad it is?
Yeah, it's the one video is like over 200,000 views and I posted it yesterday.
Wow.
Yep. All because I said one word wrong. Like, it's nothing bad. It's just a really dumb mistake.
And so you went viral because you did a dumb mistake.
Yep. Yes.
It could have been worse. Like, you could have lost all of your subscribers.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm assuming a BuzzFeed article is coming at some point.
No. At least I hope not. If it gets to that anywhere near that point, I'm like deleting it. I don't want that.
That's so funny. All right, so how have we done writing-wise this weekend? I know we've been in various stages of our project. I have started what is called the at-a-glance outline for my novel, which is just basically you sit down and kind of not plot point, but like you detail various parts of the plot and like you pick out this is the inciting incident, this is like the temporary triumph and all of that. So how have y'all been doing?
I've been trying to work on character development because I know that that's like a struggle in what is right now my zero draft. Is that like characters are either two-dimensional or they do things that are out of character. So we're working on that.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're probably just gonna say that's always fun when it's like, oh yeah, this character's actions make no sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's always something I struggle with too. But I'm currently working on, because I've gotten some of the character stuff done, I've gotten some playlist stuff done, but I need to really hash out some of like these weird, bigger entities. They're not like people, they're just like concepts. So I need to flesh those out, like QAnon. So that'll be neat, but mostly just making playlists. That's what I've done all weekend.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Who is texting? I don't know who's texting. What? Oh, never mind. No one cares about that. One of my apps is like, it looks, so my podcast app looks very similar to the Messenger icon.
Yep.
So sometimes the podcast will have an update and I'll be like, oh, someone messaged me. And I'm like, oh no, it's not, I don't care about this right now. So anyways, so what we are going to be doing today is we're going to be sitting down and sprinting through whatever it is we need to work on for this writing retreat for Nano. We are prepping for Nano. If you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, why are you on this video? I'm just kidding. It is National Novel Writing Month, and so we are doing what is called Preptober. That's why it's called the Preptober Virtual Writing Retreat, and it's just preparing and getting as much stuff as you can do for NaNoWriMo done before November 1st, so you can kind of hit the ground running. So we're outlining, like we said, we're doing character stuff. And so let me see, is there anything else? Oh, what are we trying to accomplish tonight? I forgot. I was like, there's another question I usually ask. I would like to finish my outline. That's fine.
I think I want to like have a name for this group that's like kind of like Q, and then get like the relationships of my characters like finalized.
Nice.
So
I think I'd like to have 2 character profiles done, and I'm almost done with the first one.
Nice. All right. So anyways, let me see. Was there anything else we would need to, well, we got 2 minutes. I'll try and actually like stay on track this time because we went a little wild on Friday night.
Off the rails completely.
Off the rails. What happens?
Chaos, remember?
Yes, this is what happens when I involve my brother in things. So
like a nice half-hour conversation about
physics.
Who knows? Yeah, I got lost. I started eating pizza. I was just like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
I thought you didn't. No, wait, that was yesterday that you had pizza or was it?
I wasn't here yesterday. But yeah, it was towards the end. But like, yeah. I ordered pizza during that tangent.
Okay, there we go. That's where the pizza fits in. Mm-hmm. Anyways, was it? That's right. Okay, no, you were there yesterday because you had to leave early. Remember?
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
These days. I thought Brianna was the one that wasn't there.
My concept of time this weekend has been completely thrown in the trash between
just this weekend.
3, well, yeah, but like 3 back-to-back like live shows on Friday, waking up, doing another one on Saturday, went to go do like a photo shoot yesterday, was supposed to have another one, but then I got like birthday surprises, and then so it was like a lot.
Sounds like it. I swear. It looks like I have lipstick over here, but I know there's no lipstick there. And it's driving me nuts on this camera. So, okay. So what we're going to do is we will be alternating between doing like 5 to 10 minute breaks and sprinting for about 20 minutes. I might up it to 25 minutes depending on how we're doing if we get going. So the first sprint is going to be now. And get ready, set, and mute your mics. And we are back. All right, so I wrote stuff.
Yay!
All that. So the second part of Act 2 is turning out to be a little bit more complicated than the first half was.
Right.
Which will probably make the first half a little bit more complicated when I finally get around to it. But I know what happens here more than I know in half number 1.
That's good.
That's definitely good.
Yes. I'm excited for where the story is going to be going in this book. There it is. Hold on. Can I reach it? All right. Now I will no longer be yellow. There we go. I'm like, this light is driving me nuts because I have a yellow desk, so the yellow reflects back on me. I'm like, it's driving me bonkers. So, anyways, I am happy with that. We made progress.
Yeah.
How did y'all do?
I finished my main character's profile.
Nice.
And also may have accidentally stumbled upon the name for the book.
Ooh.
Private chat. We won't ask you to give that away to everyone, but private chat. Well, you should probably stick it in the Twitter group chat because if we don't include Christine, she might riot.
That's her own fault.
Oh man, that's funny. Okay, yeah, let's punish Christine for not being here.
Private.
Ooh. Oh, and she's gone.
Yep. She dropped the title and she ran away.
Oh man.
She's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do if Christine is watching this. I've got to go.
I have it on the Twitter, because I just use it as a Twitter link, and so instead of hitting X out of the chat, I just hit done, and then it closed all of StreamYard.
Oh no.
Yeah. So.
Whoops.
Hey.
Deja is here. Hello, Deja. So I won't ask for details, but did you figure out that plot thing that you were trying to figure out in the brainstorming session earlier today? Give her a minute. We'll give her. She'll need a minute to respond. But that was what I think we should do that more often. I wish I knew a way to do it like over video that was secure.
If you're doing it in Discord anyway, you can stream video in there.
Can you?
Yeah, you can. In the voice chat feature, you can also just video chat.
Yeah.
The answer is no. The plot conundrum still exists. I will tell you, you will probably, I'm going to be honest, figure that out as you write it. Or you'll put, need to figure this out, TK, and move on with your story.
I usually write white elephant and then move on. And then that way when I go back and edit, I know that that's like a spot, because then I can actually just hit Control F and look for those.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think that's why a lot of people use TK, is because that's a combination that does not occur in the English language. There's also one, hold on, that I found out that journalists use and sometimes novelists. Be quiet. Why are you yelling at me? Let me see, because it's in the title of this one Writing Excuses pod episode. So I just need to scroll back through Writing Excuses. Where is it? I think it's FCK.
That makes sense too.
Oh, I'm on the wrong one. That's why nothing's making sense. Because they have it split up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It's FCK in all capitals. They have it split up because they have the first 6 seasons in one, and then they have season 8 through 15 in another podcast. And so I don't know why it's like that, but I think perhaps Castbox was not the correct choice. So anyways.
I was gonna say it could be like a hosting thing, so they had to separate it because of like who was hosting the podcast or something.
Well, Writing Excuses is the same though. It's always been Brandon, Dan, and the other one that I don't remember his name. And then they added Mary Robinette Kowal. So like now they have a rotating cast of hosts.
Mm-hmm.
But it started out being Brandon Sanderson, Dan Howell, and Howard. Howard, whose last name I don't remember.
I mean, like when I say hosting, I mean like the podcast sponsor, like if they're using like Anchor, if they're using like Castify, like other like property groups that kind of like host the thing itself. If they switched sponsors, basically, they might have it be separate.
Yeah,
like monetary reasons, but who knows?
I don't know. I have to figure all that out at some point because at some point I will have a podcast, possibly. And my brother
Excited
will have
for that.
I've got a couple I want to do. One would just be me interviewing people about books.
Love that.
But the other one would be me and my brother, and that would be fun. So I keep coming up with podcast ideas, and I'm like, Margaret, you need to stop. You don't have time for all of this. Unless somebody wants to sponsor me, and then I can make that my full-time job. But at the moment,
I feel that.
So.
I feel that.
Oh, speaking of, I need to remember, where are my notes? There was something I wanted to check out because... All right, so we're going to go again at 6:40 for another 20 minutes.
Cool.
So, Brianna, did your team win today?
Yes, they did.
Because you actually have a good football team.
No, I don't.
Okay, well, then you have a better football team than I technically do because mine doesn't ever win.
Tampa Bay?
Oh, Tampa's awful.
They literally have Tom Brady.
We're still awful.
No.
Took Tom Brady. Sorry, I just like that just processed there for a second. I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
It's like, you took one of ours.
I was like, the Patriots, on the other hand, now suck. I saw the first half of that game.
I have not watched any of it, but
I'm just glad I'm not a Cowboys fan this year. God, well, they lost their quarterback a couple weeks ago. Like his ankle went the wrong.
Oh God!
Ooh.
I remember hearing about that.
Compound fracture or something. I don't know. He's out for the rest of the season, and then their quarterback today got like hit in the head. His helmet came off and like suffered a severe concussion. So like they're playing like their practice squad quarterback right now.
Oh no!
Man. See, like
not pretty.
I appreciate football and like the way it connects people, but we have made Deja angry. Deja is out here for her team. But I
watched that game today.
I've watched football, and all I can think about is like how much damage they do to their bodies, and like, is it worth it? Is it really truly worth it?
No.
Especially considering like how much head injuries can fuck you up.
Mm-hmm. There's like this whole like psychology research on like how all of like the concussions and stuff football players face can like severely screw up their like emotions, and it's like, why would you do that to yourself?
Well, because they didn't know it until like,
but it's like, why do people still do it to themselves?
Well, so then like there's like a whole lot, like the helmets got completely changed, and also money.
That's why they still do it. And it's not. I don't know that it is necessarily the players, because as long as it's a way to make a lot of money. It's a way to make sure that you're provided for. Like, I don't blame the players for being like, this is a career that I have. But the reason football still exists, and it is, despite all that, is because it's making some people lots of money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So not to crap on your favorite sport, Brianna.
No, I mean the quarterback that won the Super Bowl last year just like got his new contract for like several, like 100 million or something like that. I don't know. It was like some ridiculous number. That's why he does it.
Yeah, we don't need to be paying anyone that money.
And he's 27.
Yeah, like I understand that like they need something for later because football wrecks you, and like you need to be able to plan for all of that. But like,
well, and you're only playing for like maybe 10 years if you're lucky.
Yeah, $100 million to one person, like. Although he probably does pay his taxes, possibly. I don't know.
I mean, there's $750.
Definitely. All right. Ooh. Okay. So it is time for another sprint. So let us go. All right. 3. Wait. Oh, it's buffering.
Oh no.
Oh, I got it to work. Okay. All right. 3, 2, 1, and mute your mics. And we're back. Oh, hey, we have some more people. Hello, everyone. Hey, Max. The real Preptober. By the way, just so you know, the real Preptober is deep cleaning your kitchen so you don't have to worry about it during November. See, that would be the smart way to do things, but I don't do it that way.
I'm planning
Hello, PH Sprinkle. Yeah, maybe. I don't do that. So I do need to start like going through some of my stuff because I'm planning on moving out in December at this point. So, or around December when my brother is back to help me move things. So I'm like, both of my parents are elderly or somewhere around thereabouts. So we'll wait till the other strong person in the home is able to help.
There you go.
Yeah. So how did we, we're going to break until 7:10. How did we all do? Oop, I'm dropping things.
Well, I got like halfway through the first section, and that's like 400 words because I decided to make a Google Doc for it.
Nice.
I like started like putting songs in my playlist like in order of like kind of how the story goes by feel, and then I did some like 2 quick like character kind of outlines for a love interest and the former love interest. So
nice. Okay. That's good. I erased a whole bunch of the stuff that I'd done for the end of Act 2. I was like, that doesn't work with where I want the plot to go. We're going to redo that. And I rewrote it so that it actually makes sense with what I want to do. And now I've started Act 3. So that's going to be exciting. Act 3 is when all the good stuff happens. So man. I'm just saying, it's like when I've been writing my book for the moments that are going to happen at the beginning of Act 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's exactly why I'm writing this book.
We love to hear that. Honestly, like when people get excited about like their stories, it's like the best thing. Even if they like don't write it, I just like hearing people being excited about what they have like going on. So even if I'm super low energy right now.
Max. Max is apparently still cleaning. That is a choice. Not the one I would.
Sometimes you just have to.
Not the one I would make. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let me know. So if you are watching, am I the only? Is the mouths and the words off for you guys where you're watching? Because I'm on, but everyone else is off. Does that did any of that make sense?
Yeah.
You were off for a second, but now you're fine.
It makes sense, but I haven't been noticing that myself.
Maybe it's just my
internet.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe it's my internet is just being slow, so it's laggy. Anyways. All right. Let us go ahead and just go for another one. Since we're ready. All right, guys. Go.
Yeah.
let me
Woo.
make that stop. All right. So, how did everyone do? Was more cleaning done in the chat? Anyways, yeah, apparently all of my bad guys end up being related to my protagonist, or someone in the story. So I don't know what that's about.
I mean, my antagonist is related. Sort of.
My antagonist is a concept, so it's like
I am assuming that the yes max is that cleaning got done. I don't know what the boo is for. Yay for a clean kitchen, though. So yeah, we might. It's so funny because I will find that there are like all of my books seem to be ending the same way, or at least the first book is ending the same way in all of them, and I'm like, maybe there are just some things that I do.
But I mean, there's a lot of authors that are like that.
I'm just like, I'm like, let's just separate the main couple at the end of the book. That sounds like a good idea. Oh, the boo is just Max saying hi. Like, they separate on good terms with the plans to reunite. But let's just, like, all of them are going to end that way.
I decided if mine was going to be a series or not. Like, it could very well end as a standalone. But also, I could make one person say something, and it could turn into at least a duology.
Mm-hmm. This I've got, like, it's a standalone. It'll have a satisfying ending for the conflict that is happening in this story. But the main series conflict, which kind of gets introduced in this book, that one is going to be, like, not resolved, obviously. And it'll be interesting because people will either be mad or okay with it, depending on whether this gets published first or the Queen's Game gets published first. Because if the Queen's Game gets published first, you know how the male lead story ends. See, Max saves the separation for the end of book 2. I'm like, yeah, I mean, that's valid, but there's a lot of separating happening and a lot of kidnapping. People keep getting kidnapped in this book. Like, we might need some variety, but oh well.
See, if it comes out, like, if my book becomes a duology or trilogy or whatever, then at least, like, starting into book 2, they won't have any, like, they're going to be together. Because I want them to just be, like, a power duo.
Yeah, that's kind of how I do it. We do the conflict and kind of the slow burn, them hating each other, and then slowly being like, oh, this person is actually kind of cool. I don't like this though. They're annoying. No. Why am I attracted to this person? We have them do, and then so like books 2 and 3 are going to be them like, we have a goal and we want to make that goal happen. I like people like that. I wish we had more books where the couple got together at the beginning and it wasn't about like relationship drama. It was about them being together.
Right.
Like fighting all the problems.
Girls of Paper and Fire kind of did that with the second one, but then like the relationship, like I get it. Like that's a very PTSD relationship, but also it became like very codependent.
Yeah.
And I was like, this could have been done so well.
So that's part of why I like Percy Jackson so much, because like even though they're not a couple for all 5 books, they're still like fighting together, working towards the same common goal. So, and I like that. That's what I thought we were going to get with the 100.
Would have been great.
Would have been amazing. Like, I don't understand. If he had just stuck to what he said he was going to do in 2015, best slow burn in all of fiction. Like one of the most well plotted out slow burn relationships you've ever seen. But no.
Absolutely.
No.
But
And yet again,
if it would have happened that way, then you wouldn't have a book to write in November. So
no, I'd still be writing this book. I was writing this book before I knew, before season 7 even started. I knew I was writing this book.
Yeah, but you kind of already knew the trajectory it was going on. You were just holding out hope, but realistically, you knew it wasn't going to happen.
I mean, I thought it was going to happen until I saw the season 7 trailer. And then I was like, oh, there is a very good chance that they are both going to just end up dead at the end of this. And that was what I thought it was going to be. Like, they're sacrificing themselves together.
Right.
Nope. Max, B&B. I don't... Bed and breakfast? Oh, Booth and Bones. I mean, that's a good slow burn, but like Bellark was better.
But they do put in some like really unnecessary drama once they're together.
Oh my god, they do. I mean, I did like the I haven't seen all of it, but I did like the fact that they kind of had that whole like Booth struggling and them deciding to face it as a couple thing.
Right.
I liked that, but I do know that like they're just whatever. The whole her having to leave thing had some good moments, but why did we do that?
Oh, I was so afraid it was going to end. Like, I definitely looked up spoilers for the end of it because I was like, if this ends poorly, like, I'm just going to stop here.
See, at that point, I trusted them because I'd been through 12 seasons with that show. Right. And I was like, okay, I recognize what's going to happen here. I'm okay. Hello, Stop Motion Life. Yes, we are doing a live writing video. So... anyways, and also ranting about TV shows at the moment because we're taking a brain break.
We're talking about different relationships in books.
Yes.
It's like tangentially related. It's fine.
I mean, like, listen, half of the appeal of Bellark is that they are both much prettier people than David Boreanaz and Emily Deschanel. I mean, like, they're not ugly people, right. But, like, Bob Morley and Eliza Taylor are far more attractive because they're just, like, obscenely attractive as people.
They are.
At least, I don't know if I can make that judgment on Eliza. But Bob, I can make that judgment.
Except when he lets his hair grow out, because then it's a little bit, like, too much.
I think it depends on how he styles it.
Sometimes when he does, like, the Instagram lives and he, like, doesn't even look like he brushed his hair, I'm like...
I mean, it's not most dudes.
Fair.
Or at least most straight dudes. Like, they don't know how to do their hair and they never know how to buy pants that fit.
No, they don't.
Lord, give me a man who knows how to buy pants that fit.
If that happens, he's probably gay.
I know.
I guess I just remembering now that I surround myself around theater people who are always like, no, we need to look good. And artists who are pretty much the same way. So cannot relate to these statements, but I understand what you're referring to.
Max brings up a good point. I wonder how long the slow burn would have gone if Emily Deschanel hadn't gotten pregnant, though. I wonder that a lot. Like, I'm just like, I do wonder. And then for Stop Motion Life, it's going to go until about 9 o'clock. Eastern time, my time. It'll be for another, like, hour and 25 minutes-ish. So.
I was like, 9 o'clock, it's only 5:30.
You're about halfway through the live. So we'll have another sprint here in a minute, but now my time is off, so I'm going to wait till 7:40 to do the next timer, because I'm that way. I had a thought.
For now, you don't have to, like, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just like looking at it.
Yeah. Mostly it's just there so that people know we're sprinting. That's right. Mostly why it's there, so that people don't come on and like, oh, they're doing nothing.
Right.
So.
Well, does anybody have any brainstorming questions? We talked a little bit about it in the
Yeah, we did. Max says it's 6:35 there. I had a thought when we were talking about shows, and now it is gone because Max distracted me. So,
Oh man.
Stop Mashing Life is an hour, as a minute ahead of me. My clock says
Same, actually. Same.
Your clock is just behind.
Okay, so my theory on what would have happened if Emily hadn't gotten pregnant, I mean, like, they were going to have to end up together at some point, especially the way, what was it, season 5 or 6 ended? But, oh man, I don't want to think of how long they would have dragged that on.
Yeah.
Like,
there's only one decision that show made that I did not agree with and that I hated. And
was it a character death?
Yes.
Is it the character I'm thinking of?
It was very late it was either the last season or like the very end of the second to last season.
I think it's actually in season 8 or 9 because I stopped in that season.
Certain doctor
in my rewatch. Yes.
No, was it? I thought it was the last season.
No, it's not the last season. Because I stopped watching Bones for a little bit there, just for reasons like not because I know
another partner that came on.
Yeah, what's his face? Aubrey.
Yeah. That like it took me a season or two to like really start liking him.
See, I jumped in like halfway through like season 10 or 11, like the second to last or third to last season. Just because I just stopped watching, I lost a little bit of interest. And then I was rewatching it and June happened. And I was like, I can't watch. Max, stop dropping spoilers in the chat. Delete that.
I mean, it's been how many years since that show? Like, I feel like at this point.
So I just like, I kept getting weirded out and frustrated with the fact that Booth is so obviously abusing his power as a cop.
Yeah.
It is so obvious now that he is doing that.
Well, and it's interesting how certain shows do like handle that because they are like predominantly cop shows. Like the good guy is the cop. Like Law and Order has had to really struggle with that because like they're still going on. They're like, I think the last Law and Order that's still. I don't know. They're on like season 22 for SVU now. But like, they did an episode last year that was like very heavily like the cop shot the kid and like he was unarmed and like they had to go through all of that because you had to still make the cop they're the good guys, but also they did a dumb thing.
Yeah, it's called Copaganda and it is responsible for most of our positive view of the police because up until about the 80s, people thought the police were the thugs.
Yeah.
And not much has changed about their behavior. It's just our perception of them that has changed.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That makes sense.
So, and so like, it's one of those things like, I like these shows, but I also understand their impact. And I think maybe we would have more accountability in law enforcement if we didn't have these shows and this kind of hero worship of cops in the military.
Possible.
So, especially the police forces, because so many of them have become havens for like right-wing white supremacists. Like it is documented fact.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Not to get too left wing on you. Oh, I guess I need to reset the timer. All right, we are resetting the timer and go.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back, guys. So, how'd we do?
I got distracted by not like in a bad way, like it was still productive. It just wasn't what I was doing because I was trying to figure out how far my town was going to be from a major metropolitan city.
Yeah.
And then started like looking at Google Maps for pictures of said town that is like an hour away from said metropolitan city.
Mm-hmm. So stuff you need to do and need to know.
Right.
But
just wasn't what I was actually doing. But like I was looking at the character profile and I was like, oh, well they need like she needs to have this like connection to Portland. But how far away is Portland?
oh, that's funny. So her town is on fire right now, is what you're saying.
Yeah, probably.
What was it? Not the fires, but somebody's got a show starting and they've got masks worked into them already, and I'm like, wow.
I feel like that might be too soon.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, it's a contemporary show. But I was just like surprised that they've done
I
that.
had a publisher email me about a contemporary romance called like Love in Quarantine. And like it sounded super cute. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll read it. But I'm like, that's really fast.
Yeah, it's just like surprising how quickly people can turn
But I
things
mean, if you
around.
think about it, if you were stuck at home for 7 months and like you were like, well, I need to get a book out in order to get a paycheck.
Right, but it's still like we've been in quarantine for 7 months and it's already being pushed out.
It doesn't come out until like I think April, so like it's still like a year, like I guess like a year since it's
a half a year,
but
that's still so fast.
Is that is really fast, but I also like so a lot of the time that is taken in publishing has to do with the publisher more than it does the author. So if they're like, hey, quarantine books are probably going to be really big right now, let's go for it. They're going to be like, okay, can you write this? Can you do this? And as soon as they do. So anyways, I finished my outline for the book.
That's exciting.
I know how it ends now.
I don't even know how much.
I'm going back and redoing some of the stuff that I was supposed to do that I was just like, my brain just can't like get around what filling out these plot things. So like some of it feels really redundant having written the outline, but I had to write through the outline to figure out what the book was going to be.
Right. That makes sense.
So, how did you guys do? You got distracted, Merritt. How did you do?
I got through a couple more characters. She now has a sibling and a best friend. So like I think my like main band of characters is like solidified, which means I can start moving on to other stuff, which would be nice. Not at all what I anticipated doing today, but it was just kind of what I picked up. So
what happened? Yeah.
I'm debating adding a couple of characters into like more main roles. Like I know for sure a minor character is going to have a bigger role in this draft, but then I'm also like, there are no male characters in this entire book that are not the antagonist.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm not mad about it.
Right? like there's someone's dad, but like he's in 2 scenes.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I need to find like some guy best friend that also does these, goes on these adventures.
I think this is the most like I have the most men in this book than I've had in any of my other ones, because like the one I'm querying is almost all women. There's like 4 male characters and 2 of them are antagonists. One of them is the love interest, and then he has 2 brothers.
Right. Even like the antagonist, like the person that sets the antagonist off onto his terrible journey is a woman.
So Like, I feel like main character wise, usually it's, or minor character, like, obviously main character, love interest. But like minor character wise, it's usually more female heavy. But because I came in with already a set of characters I wanted to work with, I have a lot more guys. I've got, let's see. I think I've got I've got 4 guys to 3 girls.
Right.
In the minor characters this time.
Well, I think just because like I'm making my book gay, like that just like that takes out one male character. And then I was just like, then this person's gonna be like a woman, and then this person's, and then she doesn't have a dad, so she's got a grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I made it like my character's like work best friend is a dude.
Yeah.
Because the only other guy currently in it that also is not like just like an antagonistic figure out in the world is like her partner that leaves her right at the beginning. Like, so I needed another guy in there.
Mm-hmm. I don't mind it. There are lots of books that have mostly dudes as characters.
Oh yeah.
So like we're just balancing the scales. We're bringing balance back to the force.
Right.
We don't subscribe to the women are chaos theory. People are chaos. How you decide that a dude represents culture when the 9 muses are women? I don't understand that logic.
No.
Mm-mm. Anyways, so all right, so we've got another hour to go. Yeah, all right, let's see. Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like it's good to have a balance for the most part, especially if you're adding that into balance whatever perspective is not your own.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think that takes more work because you naturally think of your own perspective first.
Right.
And then let's see. Yes, Max is adding. Max is like, we gotta get the ratio better in this that I'm working on. So I know you've told me at some point. Maybe you haven't. You know, I feel like the last thing that I heard you talk about was definitely fanfic for a show. So never mind. I don't know what you're writing this time. So anyways, all right. So we've got about 2 more sprints left in us. So let us go ahead and start the next one. Oh, let me reset it because I can. All right. 3, 2, 1, boom. And we're back. So as it turns out, I didn't give myself enough room, even though I counted out pages, to do my scene cards. So I'm not going to do Acts 2 and 3, but I don't care because that's what the beat sheet is for. So
There you go.
I'm going to do that instead.
There you go.
It all works out.
It does. It does. It will. All right. How did we do? I moved on to figuring out how I wanted, if I wanted to stick with my old character sheet or if I wanted to try something new. We decided to stick with the old one. It's like, it gives me everything I need to know.
There you go.
So the rest I'll discover as I go.
Right.
That's fair.
Finished my love interests profile. Some of the questions are a little bit, like the answers are a little short, so I'll have to go back in and add things as I learn about them.
Mm-hmm.
But the answers are all there.
Yep. Yeah. How did you do, Merritt?
I finished out the last of like the characters that are like related to my main character, like with the dad. Then I basically made a list of like little one-off people I'm gonna need for like internet interactions and created my scientist kind of antagonist person. So one more to go, and that one's the bigger concept.
Cool.
So
Oh, yay.
yep. But
Concepts are fun.
that means I'm pretty much done with characters. Hopefully.
Yay.
Hopefully.
Hopefully I'll be done with the plot by the end of the weekend. I'll be done with the characters. Technically, I think we're on day 4 of what I'm supposed to be doing.
We have a week left.
I'm sure I can get it all done by the 1st. I'm sure I can get it all done. It'll be fine. I think I've only ever gotten the first week of this done and filled out. I don't think I've ever filled out anything for week 2. So, yeah, I definitely have not. Some of them will be useful, though, at some point. At some point. But, all right. Shall we go again? One more time?
With feeling?
Yeah. Once more with feeling. Yes. All right. I'm adding this to the stream. I'm going to pull this up. And go. And that's it.
We made it to the end.
So, how did we do? Yes, we did. The retreat is over. As soon as we end this live show, we can go get some sleep.
Yay!
That's one of my main goals next week is getting sleep.
There you go.
So, how did we do this round?
Well, since I finished my goal last sprint, then so this one I just followed Google Maps around in my city.
Just getting a feel for it.
Exactly. And then I found myself on Zillow looking at because I'm like a big part of the book takes place at the house. So I was looking at on Zillow for houses in there that fit the feel that I was.
Nice. I mean, the internet is a wonderful thing for research and novelists.
Really is.
So, we honestly have no excuse to get things wrong.
Right.
I decided to pick up my research book for a little bit because I want to finish it tonight. So I was like, I'm going to just read that since I finished the plot and my brain is kind of,
yeah.
So, but how about you, Merritt?
I've been trying to come up with a name for a fringe group. I've literally just been like, oh, random noun generators. Let's look up a name of conspiracy theories, names of people who people think are hide and stuff. So I've got a list of Illuminati and Freemasons and that kind of crap.
Are
so
you
I've just been
wanting it to are you wanting
what have
it
other
to
people
read
called it in
to
stories?
automatically equate it to QAnon? Yeah. Okay.
No, not necessarily. It's right. That kind of thing.
But you're not trying to make a point of being this is actually QAnon. It's just fiction, so we can't actually call it that.
I mean, it's because it's not just a QAnon thing. It's also a little bit anonymous, a little bit just it's supposed to be just this kind of weird internet secretive kind of group. So in some ways it is very this is basically QAnon, and in other ways it's well, this is not. Right. So I'm just trying to come up with a vague but short and recognizable name. So
I think it'll make sense to the audience, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I know what this is referencing.
That makes sense.
A little bit, yeah. So that's where I'm at. So I've just been spending that time trying to find inspiration for a name.
Cool.
Nice. All right. Did anyone in the chat get anything done today? Because I think we've all made some pretty good progress this weekend. So, all right. Bye, BH. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be ending here in a minute. All right. Thank you, ladies, for hosting this with me. I think we're all wrecked because it's been a busy weekend. But before we go, is there anything on your channels that you want to promote? Anything that you're doing coming up recent days?
I'm doing a spooky secret somewhat spooky because I'm a baby. TBR, a secret vlog that'll go up, I think, on Halloween.
Okay, nice.
Fun. Rocky Horror Picture Show Readathon is happening for the next week. We'll be doing stuff just kind of around. And then on Halloween, I'm doing some kind of con panel.
Yep.
Still haven't gotten a definite time on that one, so I have to go email them after this.
And then we're writing all night.
Yes. I think, were we starting at 10 with Christine?
I think so.
Yeah, and then midnight will be here on my channel. And then after that, I will be doing every Friday night. I'm going to be doing write-ins. So if you're looking for those, they will be here. I'm also going.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be doing them on Monday nights.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be doing mine on Sundays during the day. We're gonna nail that down during this week so we actually know.
And then I'll have a whole bunch more writing videos that are going to be coming. I'm going to do, I just filmed a video I'm going to do on how I do my research. for my books to kind of give people an idea. I'm going to do one on how I make plots happen since I just plotted a book. So I'm like, I need a refresher on how I do this. It's been a couple of years. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and then also check out their channels. I have both Merritt and Brianna and Christine, who is not with us tonight, but she's still linked down in the description box. All of that good information, other places that you can find me, all of that is in the description. So make sure that you check that out. And I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Good. Congratulations on cleaning your kitchen, Max. Bye.